ad maiorem Dei gloriam, to the greater glory of God. That's the motto associated with St. Ignatius of Loyola and the religious order that he founded, the Society of Jesus. Semper maior, always more, always greater, is a pithier version of the adage. Both capture the spirit of Ignatius, restless, moving ever onward, unsatisfied with the quality of his relationship with the Lord, always convinced that the divine love could be answered by a more expansive fidelity on his part.
His passion to become a dashing courtier, a courageous and celebrated soldier, an advisor to royalty, became under the influence of grace, a passion to serve Christ, all the way, holding nothing back.
A soldier dedicated to achieving his own glory became a soldier fighting for the glory of God. And that conversion changed the world. Inigo de Loyola was born in 1491, the year before Columbus sailed, in the Basque region of far northern Spain, hard by the French border. He was the youngest of 13 children. His parents were minor nobility. Both his mother and father died before Inigo was 16. Around that very impressionable age, he journeyed to Arévalo, where King Ferdinand was holding court. After some years at court, the young man conceived the desire to become a soldier and commenced to study the martial arts, swordplay, the firing of pistols, and the deft use of the lance. And he sought to dress in the dandyish style of the other courtiers by wearing tight-fitting hose, soft leather high boots, a suit of gaudy colors, a jaunty cap, and with his hair worn long and flowing. The very first sentence of his autobiography, written well after his conversion, summed up these first months in Arévalo. He says, "I was given over to the vanities of the world and had a great and foolish desire to win fame."
Still seeking military glory, Inigo joined the army of the Viceroy of Navarre, who was engaged in a war with the French. During a battle at Pamplona, Inigo was seriously wounded in both legs by a cannonball.
Thine was the gift, to thee I all resign, do thou direct.
During his long convalescence, in the summer and autumn of 1521, Inigo endeavored to read in order to pass the time. He loved perusing tales of knights and chivalrous soldiers, but no books of that type were on offer. All that he could find were a life of Christ and tales of well-known saints. As he studied these books, something extraordinary happened. What would usually bore him commenced to fascinate him. He found himself wondering whether he might imitate the exploits of great saints, such as Dominic and Francis. He also discovered that whereas his customary reading excited him at first, but then left him feeling empty and despondent, reading the lives of Jesus and the saints produced a lasting sense of peace. This was the first instance of what he would later call discernment of spirits. Once back on his feet, Inigo determined to abandon his military ambitions and to give himself to Christ and the church. And he resolved to do this in a very personal and dramatic way. Thus, he set out for the Benedictine Abbey at Montserrat. There he made a gesture in line with his chivalrous instincts. He stripped off his expensive garments and gave them to a poor beggar. And then he lay his sword and armor at the foot of a statue of the Blessed Mother and kept the entire night in vigil.